Following the technician Ortiz, 13-0 with 7 knockouts, taking on Suleiman Segawa, 13-2-1 with 4 KOs, and Ortiz comes out in the southpaw stance, or make that Segawa, my apologies. Little bit of a feeling out process here, Israel, as whoa, I spoke too soon. The piston-like jab from Ortiz.
And you see Segawa's in the southpaw stance right now, so when he's doing that, he has his foot on the outside of Ortiz's lead leg, so that's why he was able to avoid that onslaught just before by Ortiz.
What about facing a southpaw, Ray? What's that experience like?
Well, I face a lot of southpaws, and it throws you off a little bit because it's a different angle. Here, Segawa, he's just taking his time, walking his man down. But a lot of times it's difficult. It's awkward to fight a southpaw.
And this fight has a tough act to follow. We produced a thriller on Triller during the free hour. And we look forward to seeing what kind of fistic fireworks Segawa and Ortiz engage in.
You see Ortiz now switch to southpaw as well. I don't know how good he is at southpaw, but we're about to find out.
Yes, you are.
He ate that combination from Ortiz.
And you look at Segawa, his calmness right now. He doesn't seem like he's even blinked this whole time. He's just been taking his time and pressing forward when he needs to.
And the fact that both fighters are southpaws makes it a lot easier. I've been told that for years.
Segawa 4-2-1 following a 9-0 start, but coming off an 8-round draw that some thought should have been a victory. Meanwhile, Ortiz, he's coming off a 274-day layoff, the second longest of his career. He's logged less than 2 rounds of action since August of 2019. Under a minute left here in the opening round. Beautiful lead right hook around the guard, Israel, by Segawa.
Yeah, that looked a little bit Maidana-esque, if you know what I mean. Well, it was beautiful. And his distance control as well. You see that when Ortiz jumps in, Segawa knows how to step back.
And yet, Ray, Segawa, glimpses of being a little wild with his punches, his combo.
A little what? It's his timing that's not allowing him to really execute the punches.
He's done a great job. For the most part, Ortiz has really showcased the jab, and now looking to be corralled in the corner, maybe trying to bait him in like we saw the legendary Roy Jones Jr. do in his heyday. Of course, he and Iron Mike Tyson getting it on in an 8-round exhibition in our main event. We're at the end of round 1 of our opener.
Nice, beautiful run by both men.
What stood out for you?
For me, it was Segawa's distance control. Whenever Ortiz stepped in, he was able to step back.
Start doing the right hook to the body. Because he's coming in with his head down, right hook to the body, bring up from behind. Hold it down here, start aiming at the chest. Right hook to the body, bring left uppercut. Every time he comes in with his head down, he's got to shoot the uppercut. It's yours. It's yours. Keep going to his chest, like I said, just bring that head down. Don't give him time to think, just keep shooting that jab to the body. Keep shooting that to the body. It's yours. Shoot time. Easy work, baby. Right at the center. Keep going. How about put the hook on now? Alright?
Let's go, second round, mouthpiece in.
Well, we already talked about one thriller on Triller, and Jermaine Ortiz, big fan of Michael Jackson, just like Israel Adesanya. He's going to try to deliver the same thing here, but in round 2, Ray, what do you expect from Ortiz? Had a little success in the jab, but he's on the back foot.
Well, he really has to take advantage of that reach and that speed. What happens? The jab is so simple. We don't use it as much as we should.
And Israel, it almost appears at times Ortiz telegraphing the jab, allowing Segawa to see it.
Yes.
He didn't see that.
Just going to put a nice one right there.
And that was a hook.
Man, everyone came to throw down tonight here at the Staples Center as these two look at us staple each other here in round 2. Lead left by Sagawa, working the body while they clinch.
That's the thing I love about this game, man. You never know. Like you said, Ortiz's jab wasn't really landing before, but it might have been a setup. It might have been a bait just to let him know before he landed that hook.
Great point.
It's beautiful, beautiful art of deception.
Just let those hands go.
A pulsating pace here in this, the opening encounter of what is one of the most unique nights in combat sports history. Only in 2020 as we continue to deliver more of the improbable. Sagawa, again, a little looping with some of the shots, but Ortiz unable to well, there he is against the southpaw. You want to deliver that right hand down the middle.
Yeah, you see, it seems like Ortiz has already found his rhythm now. He's found his flow a little bit more after catching Sagawa with that left hook. But Sagawa's still right there. He's still right there. But not really doing much in this round with the effectiveness of his punches. But Ortiz is getting the edge up on him now.
What Ortiz, why he's so effective is he's giving a little head feint, body feint. See here?
There you go, the looks.
The whole looks.
And we should mention Sagawa, second consecutive fight in which he has served as a last-minute replacement. And he's fighting his 6-0 loss fighter in his last 8 matches. He's 3-2-1, or 3-2 with 1 knockout in those bouts. So Sagawa used to being in this position, and Ortiz now really attacking with the jab back to orthodox, but Sagawa touching the body with the left hook.
Yeah, I love that. I love the fact that Ortiz hides his stance switches very well. And that's one of the keys when you're a stance switcher. You have to be able to hide your stance switches without your opponent seeing, so you can deliver that rear hand. Because when you switch your stance, your lead hand becomes your rear hand, and sometimes they have no idea when that happens until it hits them in the face.
Under 20 seconds left here in the second stanza. Maybe the pace beginning to abate just a bit. But still, some good stuff through 2 rounds, and really good stuff there by Ortiz. A couple of right hooks to the body ring.
Nice shot.
Wow! Ortiz's head gets popped back like a proverbial best dispenser there in round 2. But what a night, guys. We're having fun here.
We're honestly lucky, blessed. We're blessed.
And what an eclectic team. We got the undisputed welterweight champ, Sugar Ray, UFC middleweight champ.
At his chest, hooks upstairs, hooks to the body. Okay. You lift your hands and fucking thing, okay? You gotta touch his body. You got to. Inside, touch the body, pick up.
All right, about 10 minutes ago, we talked about being a unique night. Well, the only 3-time NBA Slam Dunk champion, the man with a 43.5-inch vertical, 5'9", Nate Robinson, playing football. This guy's an uber athlete, and he is making his professional boxing debut, coming up against, well, the problem child. Enough said. And this round 3 scheduled for 8 between Jermaine the Technician Ortiz in the blue gloves and his opponent Suleiman Sagawa in the black, and Sagawa from southpaw stabbing Ortiz with the jab.
Sagawa's corner suggested going to the body a little bit more.
Bring the jab down, bring the left hook.
Sagawa's being a little bit more aggressive this round. I feel like his defensive tactics were a bit too predictable, so he's going to have to switch it up, the patterns of his defense when he pulls away from Ortiz, because Ortiz was starting to read that in the second round. But he's pressing the action here in the third round, so...
And nice escape by Ortiz momentarily, Ray, getting out of the corner, resetting in the center of the ring, but now the bigger Sagawa muscling him to the ropes.
I think Sagawa should just fight. Just get him against the ropes, in the corner.
Make it a dog fight.
Make it a dog, exactly. Make it a dog fight.
A Snoop Dogg fight. Nate Dogg fight. Under 2 minutes remaining here in the third round. And again, Sagawa with that long-range jab, but now a little more clinching. Ray, and when it comes to clinching, what are you trying to prove there? Because you expend a lot of energy in clinches.
Well, when you clinch, that means a lot of times you're hurt and you try to, calm down.
Keep him on his heels.
Or throw his rhythm off.
Or you can make them tired. One thing I like to do, especially when I box, I like to lean on people and let them carry my weight. Ooh, look at
Some incredible shots being landed.
Nice, beautiful setup there with the shuffle punch.
Those were great punches. Yeah.
Man, Ortiz brutalizing the body with the right hand while Sagawa looking to keep him at bay with that jab, but Ortiz able to counter it.
That's beautiful. And I like the way Sagawa's using that shoulder as well, using that shoulder ball.
Nice cuffing right hook by Ortiz.
He's using that just to create space so he can land his wild hooks. And he's working it.
Man, the way these fights, and this is the opener of the pay-per-view, we had a featherweight fight in the free hour, but with these 8-round distance, I mean, the pace has been incredible. Maybe something to be said, Ray.
Now, this is confidence from Ortiz. He's in the corner, moving his hand.
Wow, double left by Sagawa, just barely backs up Ortiz. Ortiz bringing his head down a bit could leave him susceptible to the uppercut.
And don't be a stationary target with Ortiz.
Definitely. Off the center line. Once you hit, in and out.
Get out, move.
Ortiz
Hey, right there.
still working full-time as a union carpenter. Hopefully he has the blueprint for victory. They have the blueprint for bruising each other.
That was a beautiful sequence. Ortiz literally landed whatever he wanted, and Sagawa was getting touched up.
What an amazing atmosphere here for the Legends Only League opener. Again, during these uncertain times, obviously no fans in attendance, but we hope you're enjoying it from wherever you may be viewing around the world. If you're into nostalgia, tonight brings you all the feels.
Fucking mint, man. Fucking mint.
Alright. Sure, baby. Sure. Don't give him time to think. Keep the jab in his face. But like I said, you gotta aim cross and chest hook upstairs. Every time you do a cross down, bring hook up. Push off there. Alright. Let's go. We know we're gonna get a little argument. You ready for that? Let's go. Ahí mismo, dan los brazos.
Round number 4 scheduled for 8. And they say that you don't choose boxing, boxing chooses you, but Ortiz attends Wentworth Institute and Worcester State University, says medical school could be in his future. Always good to have a backup plan, but right now he's trying to back up Sagawa. Little Israel Adesanya there.
Sagawa into the matrix right there with Neo.
That was total.
Oh, and did you see the sidestep and then the right hand? So Sagawa digging into his bag of tricks.
Nice. There you go. Go down step. Back to the jab. Nice. Punch off that.
But Ortiz able to use his footwork, Ray.
Keep working, Jermaine. Keep as strong as you go.
That's what gives him problems. Keep moving those legs.
Working there. Turn them punches.
Here comes the soldier barge. Shoulder barge. Create space. And then fire off. He was using his head as well. We call that the nodder back in the day. Still using his head. Not a headbutt, but just to kind of like...
Wow, just beautiful combination executed by Ortiz. Nice lead, left uppercut lands, the second one misses for Sagawa. How do you like it? How do you like this stuff? I mean, we're spoiled.
Love him. Sagawa's starting to look like he's slowing down, but he's still being tenacious and he's still being a fighter.
Gets clipped with the left cross, and boy, Sagawa took that shot, rolled a bit with it, but Ortiz digging away to the body, goes upstairs with the jab from the southpaw position, past the midway point of the 4th frame.
Ortiz is he's thinking wise. I mean, he's not just throwing punches, he's thinking.
Yes, he is.
He's placing his shot.
And he's timing him as well as he landed that counter left hook. Although beautiful weave and ducking under there by Sagawa, is he?
Yeah, definitely. And like I said, Sagawa's starting to look like he's slowing down in this round. And Ortiz, I feel that.
And that will slow. That will slow Sagawa down. A shock to the system as Ortiz just thudding, including the jab, a stiff, sharp jab.
See, I feel like Ortiz can feel him slowing down. He's getting the momentum on his side now.
Yeah, Ortiz the matador.
And like Ray said, he's starting to pick his shots and place them nicely. That's dope.
Ortiz continues to be first. Sagawa with the peekaboo guard there, the high guard, but now backed up to the fence.
Look at the body language. Look at the
Do you
body
hear me?
language between both
Backed
of them.
up to the fence. He's backed up to the ropes.
Yeah, boy, look at that.
Oh,
Look
left
at
hook to the
Ortiz's
body.
feet. Look at his footwork. I mean, he's stepping around, pivoting.
Yeah, there's
placing the
definitely
shots.
not a lot of pop for Sagawa, maybe just trying to score some points here in the final seconds, but Ortiz continues to dig away with the left hook to the body.
And he's doing it in southpaw as well. I mean, now we're finding out how good he is in southpaw.
A beautiful round for the Jermaine Ortiz, living up to his nickname, the Technician. Oh, little Roy Jones Jr. and Ortiz.
The technician.
You watch the body language in that round right there, you can see who the hunter was and who the prey was. That round definitely to Ortiz.
Or the technician.
Yep. The Technician is the sober
Yeah, the
case.
technician.
Deep breath, I need deep breath. Hold it. Let it out slowly. Make sure relax. Let that out too. Slowly, nice and relax.
Why not? 2020.
Better out than in.
Bravo. Oh, that pretty shit. Don't give him that pretty. Fuck on right here. Then throw the left upstairs. Shit. Jab down, bring your left up. You got to. So you gonna jab
Well,
down,
we
left up.
await our next encounter coming up later tonight, a celebrity fight. There's the problem child, the internet superstar, over 31 million followers across all social media platforms. He talks a garbage dump worth of trash, but hey, he's been in the ring as a pro before. We'll have a second fight against the debuting Nate Robinson. That one should be interesting. And this one has definitely been more than interesting as well. What a combination by Sagawa.
Yeah, Sagawa likes it. He's starting strong whenever the rounds come, but he has to keep that pace, that tempo, and manage his gas tank better.
Right there. Now set it to him.
Ortiz with the technique, that sharp jab, and that was honed in the amateurs. He made it to the 2015 National Golden Gloves, losing to Teofimo Lopez in the final as he continues to pivot away from the ropes in the corner ring.
That was a thing of beauty. He pivoted out, smooth on balance and everything.
Keep moving, keep moving.
We know Israel Adesanya can bust a move. You got to be impressed with the footwork here.
100%, like I said, one way to get a jump on fight right there. See the way he turned him right there?
Yes.
Get away from the ropes and take the center of the ring. Beautiful footwork.
Vasily Lomachenko also very adept at the angles and throwing punches while moving.
There's levels to this shit. Vasily is at the highest level of that.
And there's again the jab. That's been
Accidental headbutt, accidental headbutt, all right?
Was it a cut? Oh, now they're fine.
it's an accidental headbutt. Referee allowing it to continue, and Sagawa appears to be okay. Just past the midpoint of the fifth.
Sagawa seems like he's recovered very well from the last round, looking very tired. He seems like he's recovered well from that now.
And again, just 8 rounds as we head towards the much anticipated main event, the return of the legends, and Sagawa and Ortiz earning their keep here in the opening contest.
Now, Ortiz, he's really setting this man up for that left hand and right hook. He's thinking here. Getting out of the corner.
Yeah, Ortiz continues to be able to escape, but Sagawa having a much better round, like you said, Israel. And with Ortiz, he has that sharp jab, needs to continue to put the combos together.
And now he's moving. Dancing.
Wow.
Nice.
Everyone paying tribute here tonight.
Look at him. I love it.
I'm sure you do, my friend. Might be looking into a mirror at times.
But one thing about that as well, he's not just doing it for show. A lot of people might see that and think he's just trying to show off, but he's disrupting Sagawa's timing with that.
Great round
Good shot.
for Sagawa, going to the body. Competitive clash here.
Oh, good shot.
Naples Center.
Perfect shot.
The debut of the Legends Only League. And I'm joined by, of course, legendary Sugar Ray Leonard and a future legend in Israel Adesanya.
Yeah, you call him downstairs. Sometimes you call him with the jab down, overhand left. Bring it to him. Jab down, overhand left. It's there. You call him as soon as you do it. You call him. Just give it to him again. Just fill him out with the jab, keep filling, and then sneak it in. You don't, all you gotta do is do it one time, then sneak that overhand left hand.
On your jab. When you're in closely, make sure you tight. Keep your head on your heels and work off them. You can step around them. Set them up for a body shot. All right?
He paused with the jab, throws a little overhand
Oh,
left.
good
Wow,
shot.
that was beautiful.
I didn't know it was that shot. Huh?
He came back with another one. You look at the jab, the extension on it as well. He had the range. You could find that shot anywhere.
Just half of Ortiz's 13 victories have been via form of knockout. He's undefeated at 13-0. Sagawa is 13-2-1. Sagawa from Kampala, Uganda, now fighting out of Silver Springs, Maryland. Ortiz, native of Worcester, Massachusetts. And he is, ahead in terms of punches landed in round 5. Again, just a competitive affair. A lot of a good pace here. Man, the jab really is everything, and Ortiz sticking to the fundamentals, Ray.
I'm really, the whole time, even the first fight, I'm so impressed with the conditioning of these fighters.
100%. You can see they haven't really slowed down too much, or if even like Sagawa, when he did, he recovers very well and comes back and presses the action. They came in good nick, both of them.
Israel, you've boxed, you've kickboxed, you've been an MMA fighter. The training is similar but different. When you were boxing, was it that much different from, I mean, other than the disciplines, in terms of conditioning?
Yeah,
different things?
For me, the shoulder conditioning, I had to make sure I was able to punch for long periods of time without getting tired. So getting my shoulders conditioned, that was one thing I could say was a little bit challenging, but I mean, I rise to the occasion when it comes to challenges.
And there's a lead, the left uppercut and the jab from the southpaw, Sagawa.
I need you to bring that left up behind that. He got something working, baby!
What do you like more in this fight right now, Israel?
I'm liking the way they almost at a stale. Ooh, not there. The angles, wow, that's beautiful. Beautiful. See that, hit him with the jab and then almost teleported behind him. I love it when guys do that. As they're turning, you can catch them as well, where they're trying to find out where you are in the space of the ring.
Yeah, and Ortiz been showcasing his angles. Poor angles there. A geometry clash, but he almost paid for his showboating right there as Sagawa tagged him, but Ortiz recuperating resilience and Sagawa going to the well with these uppercuts.
Yeah, that's a bit of a tell now. Like, he's done it a few times, so Sagawa's able to read it when he's bouncing. When he's bouncing, he knows, right, he's about to attack. So Sagawa intercepted him right there.
You see that shot to the body? I mean, Sagawa is really composed here.
And remember Ortiz doing the showboating when Roy Jones Jr. did it against James Toney. Toney tried to do it too, and he got knocked out.
He got clipped.
What a great fight. That was really maybe
That's an iconic moment.
Nate Plus Ultra for Roy Jones Jr. of course also ascended to the heavyweight championship, but let's not forget what we're seeing in front of our eyes. A great matchup between Jermaine Ortiz, 24 years of age, against the 29-year-old Sulaiman Sagawa. Another
down the pipe.
Beautiful right hand by Ortiz, team off, and again lands the shot, and Sagawa's got to get away from the wrist.
Great combinations by both guys, both men. Good chins, by the way.
Saturday night's all right for fighting.
Keep that hook to the body. Keep it. All right. Keep it. I need you to pick up the pace.
Where Ortiz gets.
You certainly good here? I don't want you to.
Yeah, you're good. Force him back. Force him back.
I don't want you to. I want you to.
When he start, you gotta box him. Box him. When you start throwing that pretty stuff, go in there. All this is open. When his hands hit, all this is open. He's waiting for you to walk sleeves. Just want you to duck down, try to sneak an uppercut.
Yeah, you see here Ortiz bouncing, trying to. This is a tell for him. Now he's about to attack, and Sagawa intercepted him beautifully because he knew whenever he was bouncing, he's getting ready to attack. He's getting ready to spring in, and that was a beautiful interception by Sagawa.
Yes, and it was Ortiz trying to lay the trap, trying to bait him, but he paid for it. Sagawa, as we continue here, the penultimate round, we're scheduled for 8. This is round number 7, a highly competitive affair between the undefeated Jermaine Ortiz and Sulaiman Sagawa.
Oh man, I miss, this is what I really miss about boxing. Well, one of the things I miss about boxing is, like, in a close fight, you got to You got another round or two,
Uh-oh.
and you got to push it, work hard.
Oscar De La Hoya against Felix Trinidad here. Ortiz better. He's got to keep punching here in round number 7.
And credit to Ortiz, though, because I know how hard that is. Look at the angles. I know how hard that is to be bouncing on your feet late in the round. So it shows the level of his conditioning that he's able to do that.
And he wants to, even though Sagawa's the longer fighter, has the reach advantage, but it's Ortiz maybe just trying to continue to tire out Sagawa, pick his spots, duck there with a right uppercut, but Sagawa continues to flash the jab. Oh, nice counter right uppercut by Ortiz, but Sagawa comes right back, Ray.
Oh, yeah, Sagawa is really doing a great job here. Body shots.
Nice.
Ortiz is, man, he's very mobile.
Yeah, while he's being mobile, he's trying to rest. But I love the way Sagawa's cutting him off his run, not giving him a break, standing right in his face.
And it's about time, because we've seen Ortiz being able to escape a lot.
Yeah, so Sagawa, instead of following him, chasing him around the ring.
Oh, counter right uppercut, another right, couple right uppercut.
Let's roll.
We saw Gervonta Davis land maybe the uppercut of the year against Leo Santa Cruz, and we've seen a buffet of uppercuts here.
Call that
in
a
this
strike.
We have the Ayatollah of Anime. Wow, Ortiz.
Good shot, good jab.
Another jab there, Ray.
I would say these guys, all these fights have been like evenly matched.
Well, that's one thing we'd like to see throughout the sport. The best fighting the best, not necessarily saying that here. These two are up-and-comers, but it is all about matchmaking. And boxing fans want to relive the glory days, Israel.
100%. I respect the matchmaking in this whole card. So far, it hasn't felt like.
Oh! Sagawa takes a knee after that.
Was that a body shot? Was that a body shot?
That was like a phantom body shot.
Oh, it was a body shot.
Yeah. He had no choice. He had no choice. Involuntary body response. He had to take a knee.
Wow.
Continue, hands up. All right.
Now we're going to see how well he can recover.
The power of Jermaine Ortiz fishing for his eighth stoppage.
He better go right. Go back down there.
Look at his elbow. His elbow's protecting that liver at all costs.
Ortiz hunting Sagawa. Sagawa trying to protect. He's a wounded prey. And Ortiz looking for the kill shot here. Ortiz and the referee has intervened. And Jermaine, the technician Ortiz, improves to 14-0 with his 8th stoppage. And he does it in style. Lifestyle Bender.
What a comeback.
I didn't see the replay. I didn't see the replay.
Don't call the comeback.
That was a phantom body shot. It was a beautiful competitive fight till then, and he just snuck that one in there.
So what a start here. Legends Only League. Jermaine, the technician Ortiz, on the biggest stage of his career and really showcasing his skills. Suleiman Sagawa, again, hats off, you guys. He took this fight on short notice. Showed a lot of heart, showed a lot of technique, but couldn't endure the body shot.
Represent my hometown. Disappointing me, 11.
All right, Israel, here, let's take a look at the finish and how it was set up.
So he's on him right there. Boom.
Oh, wow. It's like an uppercut to the liver.
Yeah, it was a sneaky one as well. Instantly, look at the pain in his face.
Yeah.
Look at the wince.
It's a delayed reaction.
Yeah, those are the worst ones, too. Those are the worst ones.
Telling me.
I know UFC Hall of Famer El Rafa Basrun will be pleased with that liver shot.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Hey, shout out to Basrun. Definitely. He would appreciate the beauty of that.
Wow, what a nice right.
He was fully on the defense in this bit, or Sagawa was. He was just, you can see his left elbow and his right elbows were tucked, just trying to protect himself. And he got through. He still got through with the last one. That was beautiful. Yeah,
the
good stoppage by the
persistence and the tenacity of the technician. And it delivers a big victory here, Ray.
Yeah, well, I can actually show you how it feels. I mean, I can hit you. I can hit you.
You, Raul Marquez, you probably want to settle because he's always looking to deliver one. All right, here we go, guys. It's a fun start, a great fight. Let's go to the ring announcer, Barry Egan. No, thank you, Ray.
Los Angeles, the time, 2 minutes, 50 seconds into round number 7 for the winner. By way of knockout and still undefeated and new WBC USNBC Silver Lightweight Champion, Jermaine, the Technician Ortiz.
The technician.
Yeah, a nice show of respect from Suleiman Sagawa as he applauds the victory of Jermaine Ortiz. Let's take a look at how Ortiz got it done, the punch stats, and again, a competitive fight, guys. As we have Sagawa actually ahead in the landed punches, and they again throwing for over 1,000 punches, but in the end, Ortiz, that body shot leads to the victory. And when it comes to power, again, 111 to 92 as Suleiman Sagawa threw more, but it was Ortiz that was a little more accurate, including with that final shot.
Jesse Cofield here with DraftKings to celebrate the return of two boxing